Ancient Egypt is one of the oldest and most iconic civilizations in human history, often referred to as the cradle of civilization. It is renowned for its monumental architecture, including the pyramids and temples, as well as its unique contributions to agriculture, governance, art, and religion. Spanning over 3 millennia, ancient Egypt's history is marked by remarkable achievements, profound changes, and enduring legacies that continue to captivate modern society. Geographic and environmental context. Ancient Egypt was located in northeastern Africa, primarily along the banks of the Nile River, which facilitated agricultural development and trade. The Nile, flowing from south to north, served as the lifeblood of the civilization, providing water, fertile soil, and a means of transportation. The surrounding deserts acted as natural barriers against invasions, contributing to the civilization's relative stability for centuries. The fertile Nile Delta, where the river meets the Mediterranean Sea, allowed Egyptians to cultivate abundant crops, including wheat, barley, and flax. The annual flooding of the Nile deposits rich silt on the surrounding fields, creating ideal agricultural conditions. This agricultural abundance laid the foundation for social stratification, economic prosperity, and cultural advancements. Prehistoric Egypt. The earliest evidence of human settlements in Egypt dates back to prehistoric times, around 7000 BCE, when semi-nomadic communities engaged in hunting, fishing, and gathering. By approximately 5000 BCE, these communities began to transition to agriculture, establishing more permanent settlements along the Nile. The transition from a nomadic lifestyle to settled agriculture resulted in significant societal changes. The development of farming techniques, including irrigation systems, allowed for surplus food production, which supported larger populations and complex social structures. Over time, these communities evolved into defined regions, each with its own customs and leaders, setting the stage for the unification of Egypt. The early dynastic period c. 3100–2686 BCE. The early dynastic period marks the establishment of a centralized kingdom under the rule of Pharaoh Narmer, also known as Menes, who is credited with unifying Upper and Lower Egypt around 3100 BCE. This period is characterized by the development of a distinct Egyptian identity, the formation of a centralized state, and the emergence of hieroglyphs as a writing system. Political structure. The king, or pharaoh, was seen as both a political and religious leader, embodying the divine connection between the gods and the people. The state was highly organized, with officials tasked with collecting taxes, managing resources, and overseeing construction projects. The capital city of Memphis became a political and cultural center. Religious developments. Religion during this period was deeply intertwined with the pharaoh's rule. Egyptian belief systems revolved around numerous gods and goddesses, with Osiris, Isis, and Horus being among the most significant. Mortuary practices began to develop, emphasizing the importance of the afterlife and the construction of tombs. Writing and art. The development of hieroglyphics enabled Egyptians to record historical events, religious texts, and administrative information. The art of the time reflected religious themes, with depictions of gods, goddesses, and important rituals. The construction of monumental tombs and temples began during this period, laying the groundwork for future architectural achievements. The Old Kingdom, circa 2686–2181 BCE. The Old Kingdom is often referred to as the Age of the Pyramids, a period during which some of the most iconic and enduring structures were built. This era is characterized by remarkable achievements in architecture, art, and governance. Architecture and the pyramids. The most notable achievements of the Old Kingdom are the construction of the pyramids, particularly the Great Pyramid of Giza, built for Pharaoh Khufu, Cheops. The architectural and engineering prowess demonstrated in these structures is still admired today. The pyramids were designed as monumental tombs, reflecting the belief in the afterlife and the pharaoh's divine status. Social and political structure. The society of the Old Kingdom was hierarchically organized, with the pharaoh at the top, followed by a class of nobles and priests who wielded considerable power. Skilled laborers, artisans, farmers, and servants made up the lower classes. The centralized government and bureaucratic system controlled various aspects of daily life, including agriculture, taxation, and labor. Religion and mortuary practices. Beliefs in the afterlife were central to Old Kingdom culture. The practice of mummification became widespread, with an emphasis on preserving the body for the afterlife. Tombs were elaborately decorated with paintings and inscriptions that depicted daily life and provided instructions for the deceased in the afterlife. Notable pharaohs. Key pharaohs of the Old Kingdom included Djoser, who commissioned the Step Pyramid at Saqqara, and Sneferu, known for building the Bent Pyramid and the Red Pyramid. The Old Kingdom eventually declined due to factors such as climate change, economic difficulties, and challenges to pharaonic authority. The First Intermediate Period, circa 2181–2055 BCE. The First Intermediate Period was marked by political fragmentation and instability, resulting from the decline of centralized authority in the Old Kingdom. Various local rulers and nomarchs, regional governors, exerted control over their respective regions, leading to a lack of unity. 6.1. Political fragmentation. The collapse of the Old Kingdom led to a power vacuum, with competing factions vying for control. The weakened central government faced challenges from local leaders, resulting in a decentralized system. Different regions developed their own political structures and cultural practices. Cultural developments. Despite the political chaos, cultural developments flourished during this period. Literature, poetry, and art continued to evolve, with works such as The Tale of the Shipwrecked Sailor, reflecting the complexity of human experiences and emotions. Additionally, advancements in agriculture and irrigation practices continued to support local economies.